Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for the Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. I'm thinking a lot about my parents lately. I lost both of them in the fall, 12 years apart, but I guess that calls them to mind for me in this season. And I was thinking about how my mother especially always had this sense that everything happened in God's time. I think Dad did too. He would talk about things being right. Everything falls into place when things are right. And so as I've been thinking about things happening in God's time, I was thinking that if you believe that, then everything is right on time. We can say, oh, I wish I'd met you earlier, or I wish I'd had this all my life, or, I wasn't ready for that job when it came along, or I wish I knew then what I know now. But I was coaching someone the other day, because, that's another part of my life, doing life coaching with people. I was coaching someone, and in the course of the coaching conversation, she had just been through a rough time of crisis in her life. And so we imagined what it would look like to be rising above that and to picture this stream, this flowing beneath her, and to map out different points along the stream from the past and then up into this time of crisis, and to look beyond that and see what was coming next. And I said to her, if you were to take the phrase, God's fingerprints are all over it, where would you see God's fingerprints in your life in these different times? And I invite you to do that. Look at your life, maybe just the last 6 months or even 6 years or whatever is a comfortable period of time. There will be a natural division for you, something significant that happened. Look at a period of time in your life, and as you look back on it, say, well, where were God's fingerprints all over this? Where was I led and I didn't know it? Where did things fall into place despite my involvement? In other words, it would have happened with or without me. What decisions did I make that had far-reaching implications that I didn't know of at the time? Who was there to help me? Who nudged me a little or directed me, or what? Was God working through those people or events in order to nudge me over to where I needed to be? And I think when we do that, when we elevate and we're looking down in a larger area than just what we're surrounded by at the time, I think it's easier for us to see that everything happens right on time. In some ways, we may have thought we were ready for something, but we weren't. In other times, it came at just the right moment to help us make a decision to do something. So the idea of trusting God, trusting the Spirit, choosing to believe, believing that later is greater, and then trusting God's timing. That kind of takes a lot of pressure off us. If we're feeling like, oh, I should be doing more. Why can't I fix this? Why can't I resolve this? Well, maybe you're not meant to. It's like, it's like my daughter looking for a job out of college now. She has little things that are coming along, but nothing that's furthering her career. But it will come, and it will be just the right thing. And everything that's happening to her now is shaping her and getting her in the right direction so that can happen, so that everything is right on time. When the opportunity arises, it'll be the perfect time. So what are you doing with that today? How are you going with the flow today? What can you let go of? What do you need to hold on to, because now is the time? That's between you and God. But I hope you have a nice time today, just putting that in perspective and thinking about that and looking at your life maybe from a little bit higher vantage point and trying to get the context for what's going on. Okay? Thanks for joining me for this prayerful pause with the pastor. I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South and Irondequoit Presbyterian Churches in Rochester, New York. And until next time, keep thinking about the time. Is this God's time, or am I pushing it and trying to make it my own time? God bless. Take care. Bye for now.